Hey, how goes it? And welcome back to more Mighty Quest for Epic Loot news. So first, I want to thank everyone for the cool conversation that we had in the comments of the last video. Also, I would especially like to thank Tree for finding the Google Play Store listing. It's not on the iOS one yet, and it's, as Tree says, it looks like it hasn't officially launched, and I can kind of confirm these things. And just thanks everybody for the comments and the conversation, telling me that there's been a couple of short videos uploaded and stuff about it. You guys are great, and together we are learning things. So here's the page, and we'll get to this in a second. Before we get too deeply into this, I'd like to take a second to thank Ubisoft Community Manager Sam for helping answer some questions that I sent them, and really told me, I think, as much as they could, and helped clarify some stuff. And they've been working really well with me since late last night to try and clarify a couple things and get a little bit of this mystery solved for the community. So the game is currently not out, like Tree said. It is in a very limited testing phase. And the getting into that testing thing can be very difficult. They have a kind of a select amount of people that are in there. And thanks to Sam, I should be able to get into this, and I should be able to get you guys some footage so we can see it in a very early build. And the game will be released later for free and all that stuff. Sam also wanted me to let you guys know that this is not going to be the same game as before. It's not going to be the PC, it's not going to be a mobile version of the PC game. It's going to be a whole new adventure in the Opulencia universe of the Mighty Quest, franchise and the Mighty Quest world. I just really hope there's Snotters coming back, because fuck, I love Snotters. But yeah, so thanks to Sam for helping me clear up some of this stuff. The game will be free for everyone after the testing phase. We're in, I guess we're in pre-alpha. That's the way it sounds. And it's going to be a whole new adventure. And as you can see, let's look at some of these screenshots. So one of their main things is you go from 0 to hero. It's a lot of emphasis on leveling up and getting new gear. And your character so far seems vaguely generic. You're not going to be one of those archetype characters from the last game. Which I'm kind of okay with. I liked the Knight, but I really didn't like Painhammer as a character. He kind of annoyed the fuck out of me. But I don't mind the faceless protagonist. That could be kind of cool. It could be a different direction that I'd be okay with. So let's go through these one at a time here and just have a quick look. The link to this page will be in the description. You might be able to install it if you have the correct device and if you're in the correct area and you're... I don't know what the criteria is exactly for who's able to test it, but I know there are limitations, and like I said, Ubisoft Sam is helping me work through those so I can get you guys some footage. So, the first thing that we see is it's going to be, let me center this a little better, make sure it's centered in recording good enough. One thumb hack and slash mayhem. Loot big or die trying. Now, you got some treasure chests over here. I mean, loot's a big thing. Let's just take a second to look at that hammer. That hammer looks like a giant wolf's head on a staff, and I'm okay with that. That sounds pretty fucking metal. We got some generic stuff here, like just sword and shield and stuff, but I mean, that makes me think that there's gonna be a lot of different, weapons and build variety. And then look here, we see a book. I think I actually, and I know a lot of people aren't going to be happy because they want the old game back, but I personally think this looks really nice. I'm a fan of low poly and I don't know, this art style is something that I've always been kind of a fan of. I follow a lot of artists and 3D modelers and stuff on Tumblr and Pinterest and stuff like that, and Instagram, that use low poly stuff, and I'm a personal fan of it. But like I said, I know a lot of you guys want the old game back. And even though this isn't going to be that, I like the style of it. It just looks good. There's huge bosses. This is very much in the vein of the old game. We got a big fucking hammer. In fact, that hammer looks like this hammer right here. So that's cool. I don't know what this is. It's either a staff or some kind of, it's probably a staff or some weird axe. But yeah, there's some cool stuff. So we got huge bosses. It's pretty good. Unleash badass powers. Same old stuff as before. I think the HUD is hidden on a lot of these screenshots because here, see, now you can see, someone's running a path and you've got different abilities. So I'm assuming this is your health bar or something. I don't know what this game's going to be. I'm going to attempt to download it and maybe get you guys a video soon, hopefully tomorrow or so. So we got some new abilities, a defensive thing. This is probably like the dragon sword, or maybe the night spin from last time. Looks like they're using that poison spray or whatever here. We've got some pretty good designs of monsters and stuff. I'm willing to bet that this is one of those fucking tentacles in the barrel. Overall, I think it looks pretty nice. And that's all we got here for, screenshots and thumbnails. So, let's see. What does the description say? Loot big or die trying. Rush into frantic fights, battle against loads of monsters, and raid deadly dungeons in this gripping hack-and-slash adventure. Equip your mighty looter with badass gear and jump into the fray. So, we got a bit of information. It's definitely hack and slash. It doesn't... let's see what else we got. Hunt down mighty beasts, skeletons, banshees, and a whole collection of monsters as you slash your way through the final dungeon, or to the final dungeon boss. Knock down the castle doors and let the fun begin. Mighty Quest for Epic Loot is a perfect blend of hack and slash, medieval fantasy, and dungeon crawler mixed in with a load of fun and sprinkled with a pinch of insanity. That's pretty okay. Wow, did you just say fights? Experience wild brawls at a frenzied pace, hack through swarms of angry goblins, fearsome skeleton warriors, and the occasional monster spider. Always good. Choose between 4 different weapon types and master their unique techniques. Interesting. I wonder if that means that we're not going to have... I can kind of tell that we're not going to have classes. But just going back up to here, I wonder if we can find those 4 weapon types. Because this looks like a staff, probably. Hammer. Maybe this would qualify as a hammer? Or, I'm not sure. Sword, there's an axe. So I wonder if those are the weapon types, or if they have different classifications, because there's a book there. I wonder if the weapon equals your class, kinda, Like, pick up a sword, you're a knight. Pick up a hammer, and you're still, a pain hammer knight. Pick up the axe, and you're the runaway. Pick up a staff, and you're the wizard. Stuff like that. Let's see. Learn how to master each monster's power and fighting style. That's interesting. Will you be brave enough to crush the final dungeon boss? Now, I like the idea of some finality, but okay, so that's a double-edged sword, because the content of the original game was 99% player created, and that was the true double-edged sword. Some of it was really fun, most of it was super heavy meta, defend all your stuff, very identical. Sometimes you get some fun stuff, and I tried to encourage the community to do stuff like, just weird puzzles and weird layouts and stuff. But with actual dev-created content, it's either going to be really good or really limited. So, I don't know, we'll see how that goes. Pick up a fight instantly. Pick up a fight instantly and do it all with one thumb. Okay. Loot big or die trying. Loot the treasure rooms, or loot the treasure room. Crush the iron chest and amass gold like a boss. Always good. Collect epic weapons, badass armor, legendary artifacts. Test your skills in hard and extreme mode. Get more loot. The best gear in town. Upgrade your gear to improve your stats and kick some skeleton butt. I'm a fan of killing skeletons, so that's good. Fight after fight, unlock new skills, devastating spells, okay. Crush rogue cyclops in rage mode. I guess that's maybe them just raging, or is that a game mode? Who knows? Dissolve banshees with... oh, wait, no, you're in rage mode. That's going to be an ability. Dissolve banshees with corrosive splash, and hack skeleton gangs into pieces with whirl fury? Okay. Get to learn the tricks and traps of each dungeon and become part of the legend. Let's see. Discover the vivid world of floating castles, from the abyss of the Diablo dungeon to the hidden secrets of rogue pirate ships. Dive into the Mighty Quest universe thanks to the mind-blowing animation, and yeah, okay. As a mighty archer, a knight, a mage, a rogue warrior, okay, so there will be classes, I guess. Break into the dungeon, hack and slash that stuff, more of the same. Grab epic loot, and it'll be free. There'll be in-game purchases for real money. Networkers required to play. Wow, we've talked too much. Okay, so there's no talk of defense mode. That's the first thing that comes to my mind. Literally no talk of defense mode at all. But one thing that I'm kind of noticing here... and this is just speculation based on story of the game. If you notice here, let me just center this a little better. If you notice here, that looks like somebody's house, and this all looks overgrown and fucked. I've been to plenty of places that look like this in the game, where it's just like people made a jungle house. There's lots of cracks everywhere, everything's kind of fucked up. That's just spooky, so who knows. I wonder if the Opulencia housing market crashed. Like, I wonder if that's the actual story. If the game's housing market crashed. Because remember, the story of the first game was everybody wanted to live in this huge opulent floating city and build your own castle, but you had to defend your loot because people would try and steal it. What if the housing market collapsed on itself and there's just all these unemployed rogue monsters now that people have been creating and employing in their house to defend their gold? And I feel like that could be it. I feel like the game could be set in a literal post the first game world where you're not trying to defend your shit anymore. You're just trying to like loot this abandoned city in the sky. And like they said, it'll go from the abyss to to rogue sky pirates. So that means that after shit fell apart, there were just pirates floating around stealing people's shit. I mean, I know it's not the same thing, and like I've said multiple times already in this video, I feel like people are going to be annoyed at that it's not going to be just bringing back the same game. But I think this could be fun in a similar fashion. I'm kind of disappointed that there's no word of any kind of defense mode. Maybe they'll bring that back, or maybe the next game after this one will do that. Who knows? Maybe they'll actually make a series out of this. But like I said, it's early in development. So who knows? Maybe that just hasn't been implemented and isn't ready for testing yet. Or maybe it'll just be a straight up Diablo-like hack and slash. I'm not sure. Either way, I'm going to attempt to get my copy of the game running and emulated so I can record and show you guys some footage of this game, and we'll experience that together, and then eventually it'll be free to play, and then you can all play with me. And we'll have... well, see, without the defense mode, it's not as fun in just the way that I can't make castles to challenge you guys, the community, to come get me. But still, this... I mean, this... it's a different thing, but it is kinda my... it's kinda my jam. I mean... adventurer from zero to hero, looting dungeons in the sky, fighting skeletons and other monsters. I just really hope that they bring back some of the the trademark monsters like Snotters, because they were adorable. But yeah, I hope I answered some of you guys' questions. If you have more questions, leave them below in the comments, and I'll try and talk to Sam and get you guys some answers. Go check out the Mighty Quest Facebook, because I'm sure stuff is going to start getting posted on there as testing goes along. And thanks again to Tree and Ubisoft Sam for giving me some leads to work on. And yeah, I think something interesting is coming. This will be neat to experience. Anyhow, hope you all enjoyed this. Let me know what you think. If there's gonna be more to this, if this is gonna be good, bad, who knows. I'm gonna be cautiously optimistic on this one, because it looks fun regardless. So yeah, I'll talk to you all in the comments.